My sister, back. This is your sign. Don't take back that man. Here's the thing. I'm speaking from the perspective of a single mother who has been financially abused by three baby daddies. Don't take him back, okay? Here's the thing. Let's look at it scientifically. In most cases, your separating gave him a whole lot of free time. Free time that the universe was actually giving him, because everything is divine, giving him so that he can go work on himself. No, this sudden freedom and no one to be accountable to, guess what does he do? He's gonna go fall around, okay? And be falling around all over town because now this is an opportunity for him to unleash that inner boy that he has been suppressing while he was being stressing you out. Do you understand? Because the fact that you broke up means that he wasn't really. It's very seldom you find a fully committed father and mother separating, then it's really something deep. But in most cases, he was a son to you anyway in the relationship. You were looking after your children and you were looking after him, right? So now he's got even more freedom. You, on the other hand, don't. So you're gonna unintentionally become celibate because you don't even got time to be going and laying around with no random guy. Secondly, you have self-respect. You're probably still dealing with some. Please put soft stuff. You're probably still dealing with some self-esteem because the boobies be sagging, the belly be doing its own thing, stuff like that. My brother's telling me today, Mommy, you have a really strong pelvis because you recover from childbirth really fast. And I was like, whoa, thank God. High five, Right? So your garden, your womb is clean now. You've been single for years. You've been too busy taking care of your children. Even if you haven't been 100% on your self-care and self-preservation, one thing that we can say for sure is that your womb has not been re-polluted. So even if you didn't do the physical womb work to clean out your womb of the past energies, at least you know that more damage hasn't been done. Okay? Him, on the other hand, has been running around, laying in the street with dogs catching fleas. So, before you be blinded by him suddenly stop financially abusing you, before you get blinded by that, take a step back. I don't care how you look and how you feel about yourself and where you are in your journey. Your excuse is that you've been a mother. What's his excuse? Take a step back and give him a good head to toe. Does he look better, healthier, stronger than when you're separated? If it's a no, then everything is a no. He can support the children if he wants to, but you are off limits because he went and instead of cleaning his gardening tools in the free time that he had, where he didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night covering babies, he didn't have to cook 3 meals a day for 4 people, he didn't have to clean the house, wash windows, and then still go and look for food because he was busy financially abusing you. So you even there's times where you have to go look for help by Ansarki, go look for help by his parents. His parents are also dogging you, treating you like you are a burden for being a mother to their grandchildren. You get what I'm saying? He had enough time because he didn't have all of the stress that you had. So for you to take him back after all of that, that is self-betrayal, nothing less. And you're asking for just misery for the rest of your existence. So this is your sign. On top of it, there's over 9 billion of us out here. Even a lavender marriage is better. A non-lavender marriage. I was laughing. I was watching one lavender marriage. I was like, you know what? For some people, even a lavender marriage, if it's with a decent lavender guy, who's decent, they're like, you know what? I'm just here to be your husband, not your stud and all of those other things. Because even the word husband is a very limiting word. I don't want a husband, okay? I am only accessible to emperor energy. And an emperor is the whole package, okay? He's gonna fulfill you in all areas. Because men evolved from womb so that they can bring us pleasure, okay? An unhealed man with a lot of time on his hands. And then they end up falling on their friends. You cannot mix phallus and feces. Then you're gonna have alphabet letter diseases. Okay? Let's just go back to basics. You cannot mix the phallus with the feces. So these bliksums that have been trying to mask the matrix as a patriarchy, oh no, they are not worshipping the phallus. They are not worshipping the phallus at all. They are blaspheming it. Because they are not men. Those queens we just found out were all kings dressed up as queens. So trans has been around for quite some time. First, they use media to entertain us. Entity containment. That's why I don't entertain. I'm a star. I'm not here for fame. I raised the bar. Okay, so this is your son. Don't take back that man. Okay? Fall in love with yourself. Okay? Go down the rabbit hole of self-pleasure. That's why they try to make you feel ashamed. Okay? There's a difference between... Yes. There's a difference between a diabetic man jerking off to corn and a woman self-pleasuring in the sun. There's a big difference. Okay? So you, my sister, don't ever feel ashamed for self-pleasure. And to my divine daddies, you too can divinely pleasure yourself. And it doesn't involve entity containment. Because the minute you are watching corn, you are allowing energies to steal from your libido. That's why men who watch corn have a low Jefferson. We are talking in code because kissing a mother, and I respect the innocence of those around me. Okay? I also had my experience where I was interested in corn, and every time I clicked on that thing, I felt disgusted. And that's how I knew something was wrong. So when baby daddy was trying to promote it in our household, I knew the attack is on. Jefferson. And I prayed for years. And I can confidently say it's been over a decade now where there hasn't even been an impulse. Because people who watch corn, it is a entity containment. Something keeps on telling them to click on that ad. We all see ads, disgusting ads. We don't need to click on them. My aura is so clean, guys, that those ads don't even pop up anymore. I think I finally did away with them when I deactivated my Facebook a few years ago. Deactivated because, maybe deactivate Facebook. Why aren't you protecting me, Facebook? Why are you allowing this on my feed? I didn't ask for this. Same thing goes for all of your social media platforms, including YouTube. Why aren't you protecting us? Why are you still advertising Temu? Why? That's why now we have all of these Temu witches out here. A black dress ain't gonna get you shit. You think you're gonna absorb our energy with that black dress? Because you're wearing all black? That's synthetic. It's not gonna absorb shit. You can't suck in all of our energy. These people who envy harvest. They think that they're gonna walk outside with their 6,000 rand weave that comes from a lady in India who thought she was giving it to the goddess, and they're gonna come and envy harvest of you. They joke. Okay, so this is the shit that we as single mothers are dealing with. Okay, not only are we here self-sacrificing to keep humanity alive, because without children there is no future. Okay, so treat yourself like the empress that you are. Treat yourself like the empress that you are. You deserve an emperor. Set the bar and keep it there. And I'm telling you, the pupils will try, especially when you intentionally set your intention that from here on out, but here's the thing, if you focus on the haves, what's the haves? You have God within you. Focus on that. Any shit trying to come into your field will bounce. A few years ago I said, strictly Omega Alpha, near me, through me, and around me. I started seeing things. People's lives physically started changing, so that because the universe said, nope, you will no longer access this aura. This aura has set a boundary. This aura has sent out a command. You're better off single than sick. Okay? Better off single than sick. Don't let him bring you any spiritual, physical, any diseases. You deserve new love, true love.